sweat is your fat crying. Well, that's not actually true. It just means your body's trying to cool itself down. So sometimes when we learn this, it brings our awareness and it makes us make better choices and decisions when it comes to our training. So
my mission is to impact the hearts and minds of women, helping them change their stories and empowering them to love themselves, their bodies, and their lives.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Change Your Story podcast. I'm Hannah Dawson, your host and transformation coach. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, mindset coach, writer, speaker, and creator of the Fit Club Babes app, and I am here to help you transform your life. While I love teaching all things nutrition and fitness, and trust me, you'll get lots of that on here, my true passion lies in the power of mindset and self-relationship. I know firsthand how powerful a mindset shift can be. It has profoundly impacted not only my health and fitness journey, but also my relationship with myself, and it can do the same for you too. Many women believe as we age, we lose our beauty, body, and health, but that's not true. You can feel and look amazing and get better with age, and I'm going to show you how. Are you ready to change your story? Let's flip the script one thought at a time. All right, bestie, I want you to buckle up and get ready because today we're going in on a topic that has been twisted, hyped up, and sold to women for decades. You may know from the title, we are going to be talking about fat loss workouts. Is there even such a thing? Fat burning workouts. Do they exist? Are they real? The short answer, no. Not in the way that you have been told. And girl, if that surprises you, I want to say good, because we are about to free you from the gimmicks and give you the real game when it comes to fat loss. So, are you ready? Let's get into it. You've seen the titles: 10-minute fat burner, booty blast to burn fat, fat melting hit. Okay. I have to admit, I have titled some of my workouts this, and I'm just going to be real with you. It's marketing. That's clickable. It's clickbait. It is meant to keep you chasing workouts instead of building the body you actually want. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. I have workouts named some things like this, and it is marketing. It is done for marketing because women resonate with those words most. But I want to educate you on what's actually happening. Yes, those words even get me. I'm like, yes, I want to do that. But here we're going to talk about the science behind it, what is actually happening, to understand so that you don't end up getting lured every time and lose your focus and be inconsistent when it comes to your training. All right, there is no workouts that actually directly burn fat. Your body doesn't tap into fat stores because you did some jumping jacks or some HIIT or, some fat blasting cardio. Your body burns fat when you've created the right internal conditions. So that's about more than just a sweat and soreness. And a lot of the time that's what we use for indications that we're burning fat. You've heard that saying that sweat is your fat crying. Well, that's not actually true. It just means your body's trying to cool itself down. So sometimes when we learn this, it brings our awareness and it makes us make better choices and decisions when it comes to our training. So what is actually happening and what actually burns fat? All right. So fat is burned by your metabolism. And guess what drives your metabolism? Muscle mass, so the amount of muscle that you have on your body, proper nutrition, eating enough, because your food fuels your body. So it's like stoking a fire. It's like the analogy of stoking a fire. If you don't keep stoking the fire goes out. So food is the wood and your metabolism is the fire. So when you're consistently hitting your macronutrients, you are keeping that fire stoked, you are keeping that metabolism high and feeding that muscle, which keeps your resting metabolic rate high, which that means you burn calories at rest, aka keeping the fire going. Okay, so proper nutrition. The next thing is consistency in strength training. We have to be consistent with weightlifting, because if muscle is your metabolic engine, then the more lean muscle mass you have, the more calories your body burns at rest. So again, like I said, this is your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So your muscle raises this. So when we lose weight drastically, and we've talked about this in the last episodes, we lose our muscle mass, we actually decrease our metabolism. So we have to, muscle builds it back up. And a lot of women want to lose the weight really fast, but they don't realize that that's not the thing you should be concerned about. You should be concerned about burning fat, which happens by building muscle and eating enough. I know it sounds counterintuitive. It sounds like, what, we've been doing it all wrong? Well, yeah, we have actually been doing it all wrong. And thank God for the internet and science and all of these studies coming out to show us, what actually works. And you can see when bodybuilders, they have like low percents of body fat, but they have like this amount of massive muscle, and they can just, keep that metabolism high. It's because of all the muscle that they have. All right, so let's kind of go over this. So again, if you want to burn fat, the real move is to actually build muscle and fuel your body well. That's what you have to do. So it's not so much of a specific workout that's going to burn the fat in the workout. It's actually over time, progressive. Your workouts compound, so making sure you're lifting weights and you are progressing and tracking. Like we talked about in the last episode previous from this, is the truth about the scale and those non-scale victories, and how we have to actually track our progress, and in not only on the scale, but pictures in the gym with our nutrition. And so that's really important to understand. And I want to say that, again, I know this sounds backwards, but hear this, is that you don't lose body fat by doing cardio, all right? Cardio burns calories. It burns energy. When you move, when you walk, you burn calories. When you sneeze, you burn calories. When you are fidgeting, you burn calories. That's all cardio does. So when you want to lose fat or burn fat, so to speak, cardio can be a tool to help create more of a calorie deficit. So when you want to lose fat, and like specifically weight, when you want to lose, like your weight to go down, you have to make sure you're in a caloric deficit. So you're eating under maintenance. But you can do this by eating under maintenance, or you can also do it by moving more. So if you don't want to drop your calories so low, which I wouldn't recommend that, you can eat at maintenance and you can just add cardio in and thus create a calorie deficit, or a little bit of both. Move more and create a small deficit. This way, when your goal is to lose fat, you're not like starving, right? You focus on lifting weights. You focus on fueling your muscle by eating enough, but not so much that you're over maintenance, just a little bit under maintenance, again, like a slight deficit. And this way that you're not starving, you feel good, and you are training in a way that helps you create a little bit more of a calorie deficit, but you're also weightlifting to help with that muscle mass, because you want to keep that muscle on, because that's going to keep your metabolism high. So training in a way, your best thing to help burn fat is to build muscle. All right, so my point number 3, I think we're on point 3. That was point 2, how you actually burn fat. Point 3 is how workouts fit into fat loss. All right, so let's make this super simple for you. All right, lifting weights equal building muscle, equals raising your metabolism. Cardio equals burning calories in the moment, not fat directly. So it helps with the caloric deficit, helps keep your calories in a deficit. And then walking is like your NEAT calories, or even just fidgeting, moving more. This boosts your daily energy burn without overstressing the body. So sometimes if we're trying to do too much HIIT or too much cardio, it can actually make us more hungry. So it makes staying in a deficit really, really hard. And then we just want to eat. I don't know if you've noticed when you've done more cardio, you almost feel more ravenous, like you have more sugar cravings. So a lot of the time what I would do with my one-on-one clients when they want to lose body fat is we will weight train and we'll set a daily step goal and create a slight deficit, because this is more manageable, or doing less cardio, because you're not going into the point where you're creating more cortisol spikes and then getting more hungry and more tired. It makes it really hard when you feel tired to eat properly. That I'm sure that you've noticed too. If you have a tired day, you crave more carbs, crave more sugar. So it gets really hard to manage. So that's why we, to burn fat, we really focus on weightlifting, focus on nutrition, and then just moving more. All right. And then HIIT cardio, it equals it's just adds some extra spice for your mind, for boredom from cardio. It's just an add-on, but it's not the main course. So HIIT is something you don't want to do more than twice a week because it is taxing on your nervous system and your body has to recover from it, or else it will make your other workouts not good. Again, you'll get burnt out, you'll get fatigued. It will just make it really hard to be consistent. And so I want to say, should you still train when your goal is fat loss? Absolutely. But do it to build, do it to shape your body, do it to get stronger, not because you think that there's a magic trick to melting fat. Don't do the workout that says HIIT or cardio because you feel like you've got to burn your food off that you ate the night before or burn more calories. That's just not the best way to build consistency. And let's be honest, it's not enjoyable. I don't mind doing certain cardio if it's prescribed and if it's in part of my program. But when we're doing extra just because we think that it's going to help us, it becomes dreadful. It becomes punishment. And you don't want to work out to punish your body. It shouldn't be that. You work out to celebrate your body. You work out to help your body. So you have to remember to shift that mindset. All right. So number 4.4 is your fat. I want to give you kind of your fat loss formula. Okay. So what to do. You may be like, Hannah, okay, what is the perfect formula for burning fat when it comes to training? So this is what I would recommend, and it's what I would do with a one-on-one client too, is you want to aim to lift 3 to 4 times a week and train with purpose. So you want to really make sure that you're adding progressive overload, you are repeating the workouts so that you can learn them, you can have better form technique, and you can get stronger. Right? So you only need to train 3 to 4 days a week. If you do 3 days, do full body, take a rest day in between, and then set a daily step goal. So that's the second tip. That's the second tip in the formula for you. Is first one is lift 3 to 4 days a week. Second one, set a daily movement goal. I would say anywhere from 8 to 14 K, 8,000 to 14,000 steps a day. It just depends who you are, your body type, your metabolism. And this will kind of help your overall daily NEAT calories. And the third thing is you need to eat enough protein. So muscle needs fuel to grow. It also needs fuel to repair. So you need carbs, you need protein, and you need fats. This all helps. When your body's getting what it needs, it will give you what you want. I'll say that again. When your body gets what it needs, it will give you what you want and what you're working for. And then number 4 is just being a slight calorie deficit. You do not need to crash diet, just a smart one. So let's say your maintenance calories are 2,000. All right, you could eat at 1,800 calories and you could just move more, set a daily step goal, or maybe do 2 LISS cardio days a week that are 30 minutes. So it just has to be small. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it again. The minimum effective dose, ladies. You don't need to go balls to the wall. Just what is the minimum effective dose that you can get results on? And that way you'll be able to sustain it. And then there's more room if you do need to create more of a deficit, or if you do need to move more, you're not maxed out to the max. Number 5, sleep, hydrate, recover. This is where fat loss actually happens. It actually locks it in. All right, so sleep is important, drinking enough water is important, and recovery is really important. Recovery is also your sleep, it's also rest days, it's also nutrition. So those are all really, really important. Remember, you do not need to chase exhaustion. I can't say this enough, and it's because I learned myself. I used to train so hard and diet so much that I had nothing left for any part of my life. I just felt depleted, defeated, taxed out, tired, and that's not good. Working out is supposed to enhance your life, right? So that's what you need to think about. Remember, you need to build muscle and fuel the fire when it comes to fat loss. So you have to focus on those lifts. You have to focus on fueling your body, because muscle is what burns fat, not burpees. Building muscle is going to help you overall burn fat and change your body composition. All right, summing our whole episode up, finally, but not leastly, ladies, is this. It's that next time you see a fat burning workout pop up on your feed, please just smile, because you know better now. Muscle is the driver. Nutrition is key. Weight training is your best fat burning workout. Let your workouts build the body. Let your nutrition reveal it. And let your consistency do what magic never could. That is it for today, my fit sissies. If you loved this and you are ready to train smarter and not harder, well, you are going to train harder, but smarter, come and hang out with me inside the Fit Club app. Everything is in the show notes. I will show you how to build muscle. I will show you how to eat for your goals and love your body every step of the way. Hit the follow, leave me a review, send this to one of your workout besties who needs to hear the truth about fat burning workouts. You are powerful, you are capable, and you are meant, and you are not meant to shrink. You are meant to build. I will talk to you soon. Until next time, bye for now.